I'm here with Buzz the Bee. It is time for your local weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over now to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Friday, I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast for the rest of this holiday weekend. It is a Labor Day weekend. Unfortunately, we do have multiple rain and storm chances. The good news is we do need the rain. It's much needed, but it always seems to fall at the worst times. Temperatures starting off in the 70s this morning across southern middle Tennessee, eventually getting up into the low to mid 90s with some showers and storms popping up around lunchtime, and that chance will continue into the afternoon and early evening. So keep that in mind if you have any evening plans. You may be dodging some thunderstorms, but it also may be dry, just kind of hit or miss for your afternoon. Heading into the overnight, we will be mainly dry with a partly cloudy sky, but more rain and storms to come. Heading into Saturday. Saturday looks to be the soggiest day of the Labor Day weekend, but scattered storms do continue for Sunday, maybe even a little bit into Labor Day as well. Chances are decreasing as the frontal system looks to slowly meander out of the Tennessee Valley, but it may even linger into the middle of next week, so just keep that in mind. But check out that cool down. We go into the mid 80s for highs by next week.
Thank you for the update. Tune in each day here at Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. All their contact information is below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. A hot tea, please.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Friday. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. So glad you decided to stop by today. We are making another visit here at the Quest Center in Dickson. No, I'm not going to play the drums because you wouldn't want to hear that. But if you have a child that has an interest in music, this just might be the spot for you. And no, you don't have to have a child here in Dickson. You can be from surrounding counties. So coming up, we're going to learn more about this music education and resource center that is available to everyone. We'll have that and more coming up, but first, let's get a check of our headlines.
Hello, here's the latest news and weather from Main Street Media TV.
A Dickson County resident has been charged with aggravated animal cruelty after authorities discovered malnourished dogs and goats on his property, all now rescued and in shelter care. The City of Columbia launches I Count Week, a special initiative to ensure an accurate special census count, with a community event offering help and incentives for residents to participate online. The Clarksville Regional Planning Commission rejected a proposal for a Marriott hotel on Kennedy Lane due to concerns from residents about increased traffic. In a unanimous vote, the Sumner County Commission has appointed Chief Deputy Eric Craddock as the interim sheriff following the death of his predecessor, Sonny Weatherford. On August 19, 2024, the City of Dickson's Beer Board took action against 4 stores for breaching the municipal code by selling alcohol to a minor during a police compliance sweep in June.
For more news and weather, visit us online at mainstreetmediatn.com. Thanks for watching.
Robertson County Chancery Court is hosting an in-person court auction Saturday, September 7th at 10 a.m. Buy up to 9.46 acres of beautiful Robertson County land, selling in 2 tracts. Each tract includes water and approved soil areas. Located at 4637 Boyd Holland Road. Join us Saturday, September 7th at 10 a.m. Sales subject to court approval. For more details, call 615-384-5650 today.
He's an after-luncher. He's a football game half-timer.
All right, boys, it's time.
She's a coffee breaker. Oh, careful.
I've got this.
She's a whenever I can get 5 minutes-er. Whenever you like to bank, Ascend's app has you covered. Transfer funds, apply to loans, do banking stuff.
I'm a banking person-er. Is that okay?
Yep, come on in. Ascend Federal Credit Union.
He shoots, and he scores!
We thrive under the lights. A city of performers. Putting on one heck of a show. Headlining night after night. Welcome to Smashville.
You just heard a snippet, 30 seconds, and I wish I could share more, but we want to talk about it. The One World Project being done by the Quest Center here in Dickson. You may remember Mr. John Johnson, who's the executive director here at the Quest Center. We have the founder of the Quest Center, Jim Lutz, with us as well. Gentlemen, thank you for this.
Thank you for having me.
And blown away by the music and the singing in that video. Talk to us about the One World Project, what it is and what you want it to do.
Well, I mean, we live in a community, rightfully or wrongfully so, you're talking about 86% white children that don't get to experience a lot of diversity in their daily lives. I come from a very diverse background, and I know how the influence of other cultures have made my life richer, whether it's food or whether it's activities and culture or whether it's music. And the music is the thing that the music and the food talk to me. So I travel a lot, I make a lot of contacts and friends. Through a series of handshakes, I got hooked up with an organization in Bogota, actually outside of Bogota, called Sogamoso, Colombia. And I was down there, now a year and a half ago, and made some contacts, and we said, hey, would you be interested in doing a project with our children? And it was very easy to do, hard to execute. We had language problems. We were far away. But at the end of the day, we agreed on a song we were going to do, and for the first project, we proposed an American folk song. And to my absolute pleasure, these kids in Colombia actually learned the English words. So we had them singing in English. They were primarily vocalists. We had the children singing in English and in Spanish. We had our children playing all the instruments and doing a little bit of singing too. And it was just an awesome experience to bring these two cultures together. As we say, it was two cultures in two cities on two continents. And we also were able to organize a Zoom call where these kids got to meet some of the other students. So they got to try to talk to each other and learn a little bit about what's your favorite food, what's your favorite color, what do you like to do outside of school. So it was just a way to bring these different cultures together. And you know, you mentioned Colombia and people sort of roll their eyes, and here was a chance for our students to meet these kids, to find out how much alike they were. And this year, because I'm a glutton for punishment, we're actually right now we're developing a project with folks in Mexico City, and this will be One World CDMX Mexico City. And they have not yet started school, so we're trying to get a jump on the musical arrangement. But for this particular project, I've asked that we focus on traditional Mexican-style music. So we're going to be doing a mashup of two Mexican classical songs.
That is wonderful. Where can we see these videos? Where can we follow this project?
The best place to follow updates is on our social medias, which right now we have clearly Facebook and Instagram. When the project is finished, it's on our YouTube channel, the Quest Center for Art and Community Development on YouTube. You can see this project and many other different projects we've had, guests that we've had in the studio, musicians who've come out to meet with our kids and talk to our kids. So you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud. A lot of our music makes it up on SoundCloud. We have camps where these children write and record original material. We also work with children with disabilities, so there's a wide diversity of music out there. Some of it's very experimental, some of it is just to give equal time to the children who have disabilities and deserve equal time. And then we have the real mind-blowing music that these kids put together that, quite honestly, you might find it more interesting and more creative than a lot of the things that you hear on mainstream media outlets.
That really is a great segue into how you can get your child to be a part of the Quest Center here in Dickson, because you just heard what they have the chance to learn and what potential they have here by sitting in this room and working with these two gentlemen. How do we sign kids up for this? Where do they go?
So again, on our social media pages, we have links to our registration forms, but registration is open right now. Our semester for the fall will kick off next week, so right after Labor Day. And our fall semester runs through December and kicks up again in January and runs for the school year. So everything's on the school year calendar for what we do. Registration right now taking place, elementary schools in Dickson County. We're in all 8 elementary schools with an after-school program. We also have classes at our studio and a couple of satellite locations, homeschool community co-ops. And then also at our studio, we have classes for drums, we have classes for banjo, keyboards, and violin, and it just runs a gamut. So all of that information is on our website, qcdixon.org, and on our social media pages as well.
A lot of parents seeing this may be like, that I don't have the money to buy my child a guitar, to buy these drums.
Yep.
They don't necessarily need that, do they?
That is correct. We do have loaner instruments. We don't rent instruments. We are a nonprofit organization. We have one job, one purpose, and that is for any kid that wants to learn how to play a musical instrument, we're here to facilitate that. We're here to make that happen. A couple other classes I want to mention, make sure that I highlight, because these are brand new this semester that we're offering for the first time. One is a horns class. So we're teaching saxophone and clarinet for the first time. We had an amazing, generous donation a couple of weeks ago from an organization out of Virginia called Hungry for Music. They gave us 10 horns. So we need students to sign up for that, and we have an excellent horn teacher that's going to be instructing us for the first time. We also have a recording studio here. So we have a recording lab that we are going to be offering for the first time this fall as well. So if you're interested in learning Logic Pro and recording techniques using digital audio workstations, we will be instructing students in that one this semester as well.
So they register for this. Does it cost them anything to register? Is there a registration fee?
No registration fee. And then as far as the regular class fees, that is on the form, but we do also offer financial assistance for those in need. We want to remove whatever obstacle that a child has from learning.
How many children have you had go through this program?
Oh my Lord, for the last 2 years, now we look at the different programs that we run. So for example, you saw one of our assemblies. So we do those at all 8 elementary schools, all 4th and 5th graders. Throughout the course of the year, we touch about 2,000 kids.
That's incredible. And you're seeing some video now of them, the two of them, and you had someone else with you today.
We had Mr. Neal.
Or with you on this day. Okay. Helping with the kids there at White Bluff Elementary. I popped in. That is where I went to school, so it was really cool to watch these youngsters, I don't know, sit in a building that I used to sit in and learn some music there, but they had a lot of fun. Now continue on.
Yeah, so, and then typically when we start our structured classes, our weekly classes, we have between 185 and 200 students a week come in here, or into the classroom. And generally we have a retention rate that keeps us at about 86%. So this is a voluntary program. Kids learn notation, they learn how music works. This is not just come in, we're going to teach you how to play a few chords and songs. It's disciplined. Some kids get it, some kids don't. They keep showing up. I will tell you that about 88% the last time I looked, of our students, at least in the studio right now, I'll talk specifically about the studio classes, are either existing students who want to learn more about their instruments, existing students who would like to learn another instrument, or siblings of students past and present, which to me is a huge, huge testimony to the trust and the impact that we have on children and their parent, and the parents and their children. It's fantastic. But it all starts in the beginner classroom, and we will take you as far as you want to go. So we've had kids playing in Nashville at the CMA Theater, at the basement in Nashville. Ernest Tubbs Record Shop, they do their Thanksgiving show down there. I hope we can resume that now that that shop's going to reopen. So we will take these kids as far as we can and give them all sorts of disciplines, whether it's on the creative side, the technical side, and just have these kids learn hopefully some employable skills, but also essential life skills. Patience, respect. Give them a little bit of self-confidence that you can do it, man. You can do it. And they do. And they respond very well to it. So I couldn't be more thrilled with how this program has evolved.
So much more than just playing music.
It's way more than music. Way more than music.
You know, I've had the pleasure to sit down with Mr. Johnson here, the executive director of the Quest Center. Below us, you see the date that segment went up, so you can search for that one. But to hear from you on what you see now, like, did you expect this to be what it is now 2 years ago when you opened it? You first had this idea?
Well, back in 2012, an arts program was not quite embraced by the community. But as soon as someone tells me, you're gonna fail, I'm gonna show them I ain't gonna fail. And we just stuck it. We had a few very key relationships. One is the gentleman who owns this building. It's a fantastic building. It was falling in disarray, but in my heart, I knew this was the place. And as many doors as I had slammed in my face, I came in, told Mr. Bradford what I wanted to do. He looked me in the eye and he goes, let's do it. And he has been 150% behind this program. And then there was Miss Ernestine Adams with the Dickson County Board of Education. Unbelievable support from her as far as giving us access and trusting us. And we meet with, well, she's retired now, meeting with her a couple of times a year to update her on how things are going in the schools. What is she hearing from the schools? We couldn't have grown like this without her. And I don't look at it as growing from a revenue perspective. I look at it as, are we reaching the most underserved and kids in the community who would most benefit from a program like this? Not the kids who sign up for everything, not the kids who are on the football team and the basketball team, the kids who really, really need someone to reach out and pull them in and show them, dude, you can be part of this. You can be part, all you got to do is show up and work. And we're as patient, the most patient people in the world, as long as you keep your part of the bargain. And then we had Miss Tiffany Kearns, who's with the CMA and the CMA Foundation, who was the first one who financially got behind us out of the blue. And our relationship with the CMA Foundation has just grown. And we've developed many relationships, both locally and in Nashville, that have helped us just make this program so visible and so sustainable. And then, and I'm so thankful that Mr. John is here to make sure that this program continues to evolve and grow and stabilize. And Mr. John, I'm going to look you in the eye and say it again. Never, ever forget the soul of the Quest Center is to touch those kids who need it. And we really do. We serve 8 children from 8 counties right now. So I couldn't be more thrilled.
That is beautiful. Both of you in this place, the Quest Center, is such a gift to these kids and to this area. So it's not just children here in Dickson County. They can be from other counties and register to do this.
Oh, if it begins with an H, they're probably here. Humphreys, Houston, and Cheatham, and Hickman. And we also see children from Williamson County and Davidson County even. So, it's...
and Montgomery County.
And Montgomery County.
Very nice.
So, it's... we just keep doing what we do. And we make sure that we're not trying to be all things to all people. We have a business model that seems to work. We have a curriculum, and we have the most dedicated instructors on the planet. Because again, we don't look to bring people in here because you can play an instrument. We don't need musicians. We need educators. And we need educators who can really give these kids the support they need. And some of them need a lot of support, and some of them need a lot of discipline. But man, like I said, this is bigger than I never intended it to be where we are, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, the stories that we get firsthand from parents about the impact that it is making on their lives. And it's easy to say, yeah, we're music education, but it is so much more than that. It goes far deeper. It is helping children develop into the characters that they're going to become, and helping them to develop the essential life skills that we talked about. So that's really the heart of what this is all about.
Oh, beautiful. Is there any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Try it, baby. Try it. Your kid may not even know that this is their thing, and they may not make their primary living off of music. But as I tell the kids, I have never met anyone who regretted learning how to play music and developing the friendships of the people who come into these rooms every week. Do it.
Yep.
One more question. If there is an adult out there, and they're like, this is something I've always wanted to do, would you still encourage people to maybe pick this up later in life?
You're never too old. You're never too old to learn this stuff.
Just curious.
I know that.
Well, thank you both very much. John Johnson, the executive director here at the Quest Center in Dickson, and its founder, Jim Lutz. Thank you so very much. Normally right now I'll toss to break and we'll come back and say a little bit more, but I would just like to leave you with another look at the One World Project and the beautiful voices and sounds that you're going to hear. So we're just going to send it straight to there.
This land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
At Fred's Flooring, we're your source for quality flooring options. Our extensive experience and knowledge in the industry means we have the expertise to get the job done right. From carpet to tile, hardwood to laminate, and luxury vinyl, we have everything you need to find the perfect floor for your home. As the Main Street Award Favorite Floor Store winner for 2023, we know what it takes to satisfy our customers. And with our convenient financing options, you can get your dream floors now and pay over time. Visit fredsfloors.com or call us today.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
So, you want to be a part of the Busy Bee team, huh? Well, how do you see yourself fitting into the organization? Oh, I get it. You want to be a weather bee.
Would you play a song from your new record?
I absolutely will. So, this is a song that my parents, it's based on a true story. They purchased a painting when I was a baby and they hung it up in the living room and I literally crawled around under this painting.
Mm-hmm.
And the painting is a girl sitting on a couch, playing an acoustic guitar, wearing a shawl, looking very much like a singer-songwriter. And as I grew up, I began to resemble the painting. And so I was sharing with my husband, Megan, about that I grew up to be the picture on the wall. And he said, you've got to write that song. And so that was the inspiration for the song.
I love it.
So this is Picture on the Wall. There's a picture on the wall at my mama's house. There's a girl that I look up to, set above the couch. Just looking at it, it was prophetic. That girl and her guitar, a ladder to my heart. Now here I am. Yeah, there's magic in my hands, peace in my soul, singing all my songs. I can't help but think it's meant to be. This journey that I'm on started with that picture on the wall. Her face was shadowed, her hair was long. She never said a word, but I swear I heard a song. It was poetic, it was prophetic. That girl and her guitar set fire to my heart. Now here I am. Yeah, there's magic in my hands, peace in my soul, singing all my songs. I can't help but think it's meant to be. This journey that I'm on started with that picture on the wall. I grew up and became that girl inside the frame, hanging on my mama's wall. Now here I am, there's magic in my hands, peace in my soul, singing all my songs. I can't help but think it's meant to be. This journey that I'm on started with that picture on the wall. That picture on the wall. That picture on the wall.
Yes.